Bienvenido a CriptoGemas. Es hora de una sesión completa del ama seleccionado del día. Síguenos en nuestras redes sociales a través del hash @CriptoGemas_right4hold. Comencemos.
Bueno, pues muy buenas a todos, gente. Para los más antiguos ya me conocéis, para los nuevos soy Juan, ¿vale? Voy a ser el moderador de los amas de aquí en el canal de CriptoGemas. Hoy tenemos con nosotros al equipo de XANA, ¿vale? Bueno, es un proyecto de habla inglesa, así que tenemos con nosotros a JC, ¿vale? Para todo el tema de traducción y que sea más fluido el ama en general. Así que bueno, para empezar, Río, la primera pregunta va a ser dedicada a un tema más introductorio para que la gente te conozca, perdón. Pues nada, la primera pregunta es quién sois, en tu caso eres, y qué función ejerce dentro del proyecto.
Hello. Hey, question is the presentation of the team, who you are, what's your role in the project?
Sure. Okay, so my name is Rio. I'm a founder of XANA, and XANA is the Metaverse project built by No Borders, a company called No Borders. So I'm actually a CEO of No Borders as well. And No Borders is like based on the 6 countries around the globe. And now I'm in Dubai. The team is in Pakistan, India, China, Japan, USA, and Korea, China. So like we're pretty much globally, and we're trying to like combine like technologies with the entertainment. And that's why I call it to connect the people all around the globe. So that is why we are called No Borders. That's how that's the company's meaning. And all together, we almost have like 109 people all together. That's what we are, and we are building a XANA Metaverse and all other like products around the XANA Metaverse as well.
Nombre es Río, es el fundador y el CEO de XANA Metaverse. XANA es una empresa que está dentro de otra empresa que se llama No Borders. No Borders quiere decir sin fronteras. Entonces, No Borders es un metaverso en el que la tecnología basado en la tecnología y el blockchain, quiere conectar, con la intención de conectar el mundo y la gente, para hacer posible un mundo pues, sin fronteras. Tienen 6 empresas con oficinas en Dubái, Estados Unidos, China, Chipre, India, Pakistán, Japón, con más de 100 personas, creo que ha dicho 109 en concreto, y su objetivo principal es combinar la tecnología y el entretenimiento.
Vale, pues como bien ha dicho JC, ya lo expliqué antes, ¿vale? Va a ser el encargado de traducir todas las respuestas que dé Río. Y yo, bueno, voy a ser el encargado un poco de guiar toda la parte del ama, ¿vale? Así que, bueno, Río, segunda pregunta. Siguiendo un poco con el hilo introductorio para que la gente te siga conociendo. Mi segunda pregunta iba enfocada a la experiencia previa que tenía todo el equipo dentro del sector blockchain. O sea, si habéis trabajado en algún proyecto blockchain anteriormente a XANA o fue vuestro primer proyecto.
Second question is about your previous experience on blockchain sector and also your team previous experience on this blockchain.
Okay. Our team, like especially for like blockchain team, they are coming from early developer from EOS and another NFT marketplace called the Telebatuar. But like actually we are doing this for almost over 2 years. So like a lot of people they just like start learning it like in our country because a lot of new members joined in 2 years and they just starting from scratch. So under those experienced guys, like new people start learning and everything. So yeah, like many people, we just build it everything from scratch almost. So that is our experience. But Unity side, Metaverse side, like there's like a guys who develop like a AAA games over like a 10 or like more than 10 years experience. So like we combine those kind of people together to build this team.
Bueno, nos cuenta que dentro de su equipo tiene gente experimentada en desarrollo con EOS, Terraventura y otras empresas, pero también es verdad que fue como un proyecto muy innovador y lo llevan trabajando desde hace 2 años, y aparte pues hay bastante gente que ha empezado también con el proyecto, ¿no? Y ha seguido creciendo con la y bueno, y nos reta un poco también a que veamos el producto final, que es lo que nos hará ver la experiencia que han agarrado.
Eso es, según tengo entendido, llevan 2 años de desarrollo, pero el producto no es ni mucho menos el final. Así que, bueno, ahora a lo largo de todo el AMA iremos viendo todas las partes nuevas que incorporarán, las que ya están actualmente habilitadas, etc. Bueno, como de costumbre, una última pregunta introductoria antes de empezar con el tema del metaverso y todo lo que engloba el proyecto. Preguntarte, Río, básicamente cómo se os ocurrió la idea de crear el proyecto de XANAverse y de dónde viene dicho nombre.
Last introduction question is about how you came up with the idea of creating a metaverse and where the name comes
Sorry, where the name come from? What was the first one?
from. The first one is the idea. How did you came up? How did you the idea of creating a metaverse?
Okay, great. Okay, so actually, I was a DJ actually, and I was like playing DJ like everywhere, all around the world, and I was trying to this No Borders. Our company name is my like life vision. Like this is my life mission. So I was trying to use my music to connect the people all around the globe, and so that's why I made music, and I was touring like DJ all around the world. But at the same time, like there's some kind of like limitation, like because like even though like how like growing we are, like it's just like one DJ group, one music group, and that was kind of like limited. What we can do is kind of limited. So that's why I'm looking for some like next thing. Then I just made the blockchain. So that's really changed my life, because like what we were trying to do by the music, the blockchain was actually doing it in the technology side and the finance side also. So like I thought like, okay, this is it. Like let's combine like what we are doing. This is music, entertainment, and with the blockchain. So like like I came up with this idea, and I know next phase of the entertainment is not only the internet but the metaverse. I knew this one. So okay, like entertainment, metaverse, blockchain all together. That was our first idea to create the metaverse, XANA. And why I put the name XANA is XANA means what was that? The Xanadu, the English word Xanadu, and Xanadu meaning is like our ideal utopia. So like I'm trying to make a utopia for everyone, just like spending the peace and exciting in this virtual world. That is why I made it. Like I call it as that.
Bueno, Río era un DJ que había dedicado a la música durante bastante tiempo, había ido por muchas ciudades alrededor del mundo, y él veía ya desde su época de DJ como una misión, ¿no?, de su vida el conectar a la gente con la música. Y a partir de ahí llegó un momento en el que él conoció el blockchain y un poco como que unió un poco eso, ¿no? El blockchain con su experiencia pasada, hizo ir un paso más allá. Y a partir de ahí pues decidió crear No Borders, que pasó de ser una productora musical a una empresa tecnológica de entretenimiento. El nombre de Sana viene de la palabra Sanadu, que quiere decir utopía, y él lo que está buscando es conseguir llevar a cabo esa visión que él tiene de conectar a la gente pues de una forma divertida, de una forma excitante y sin fronteras, al final, que es un poco el nombre de la empresa de ellos.
Perfecto, pues bueno, una vez ya conocemos un poco más arriba a toda la gente que está detrás del proyecto y un poco la idea general del proyecto y de dónde viene, vamos a empezar ya a centrarnos más a enfocarnos más y a indagar más en el proyecto como tal. Entonces, como primera pregunta, ya entrando en el tema del metaverso que habéis comentado, mi primera pregunta hacia arriba enfocada, como he dicho, el metaverso. ¿De qué trata vuestro metaverso y qué creéis que os diferencia del resto de metaversos actuales que bueno, todos conocemos por sus increíbles nombres, posiciones?
So next, well, we are going to start with the metaverse question.
Sure.
What do you think that makes you different from other metaverse? And what's your metaverse about?
Okay, so XANA is like a really special metaverse. We have like many like a unique point. Let me explain one by one. First one, we have I'm actually Japanese, so like we have a tons of Japanese content because like Japanese content like such anime, manga, fashion, those games, like those has a lot of fans all over the world. But like actually nobody done it like those kind of like a super like an anime type of or game type of metaverse. So that was like something that we can do especially. So that was the first idea. So like it like really it works well. So like everybody really liked it. So like yeah, that was like one big different point. And second is our technology side. We are actually using own side chain. Why side chain? Because we didn't want to depend on to any other specific network. So if if we were only on the Ethereum, then like we have to issue the NFT in the Ethereum, and like we kind of have to ignore about like Solana user or like a Binance Smart Chain users. It's gonna limit ourselves. So instead of doing that, like we create own chain called the XANA chain, and we built the each bridge to all of the major chains, like one by one, like Binance chain to XANA chain, Ethereum to XANA chain, Stellar to XANA chain, like this. So like we don't miss anything. Any kind of ecosystem users can like visit us and going back and forth really easy. That's a technical point, and like, we don't see like no other platform is doing that. So like that's really like our proposition. One more thing is this one, the mobile. Like we are totally like mobile based. So like if you see like a Decentraland or like a sandbox, like it is totally like it's gonna require a lot of machine powers. Like because it's like for example like somewhere around like $2,000 CPU and GPU and so on, then finally you can work. But like you look at the world, like how many people is gonna have that much of like supercomputers? So we want to make the metaverse to more casual, like just like everybody can. So we decided to go to the mobile first. And so this is why we are releasing the mobile in this month, and hopefully the PC version like next month. Then finally in VR version at the end. That's very unique part because like we are mobile based, it is already unique. But if you're doing the multi devices, universal devices, this is even more special. So that is making us really special metaverse project.
Bueno, en primer lugar, él dice que la idea es un poco de, como sabéis, en Japón hay mucho contenido de anime, de manga, y para crear unos avatares, ¿no? Mueve mucha gente, ya no solo en Japón, sino en todo el mundo, ¿no? Y bueno, nos ha contado que también está trabajando con empresas muy fuertes en ese sentido, ¿no? La segunda parte que lo hace muy distinto de todos los demás, obviamente es la tecnología, ¿no? La conectividad de ser una cadena lateral no nativa, no estar casado con ninguna red en concreto, te da una libertad de poderse mover, ¿no? entre todas y no perder nada en ese sentido. aparte de eso, él lo que dice que les diferencia muchísimo sobre todos los demás es que para utilizar su metaverso no necesitamos ninguna gran capacidad, ningún ordenador de gran capacidad. Él se basó en hacerlo muy accesible para cualquier teléfono de gama media y para que al final tenga una gran adopción. De hecho, lo que nos está contando es que lo primero que se va a lanzar primero para teléfonos que para computadoras, el metaverso. Y se ha comparado con otros metaversos, como puede ser el de Decentraland, que sí que piden preceden muchas más prestaciones y entonces no va a llegar a la gente. Y bueno, yo creo que ahí es sintetiza bastante lo que está. Y bueno, a mí me lo ha contado antes, pero que sí que están ahí hablando y en negocios con Terra, Solana. You didn't say this, but before you said to us. So.
Yes. So, like, yeah, our next target is like we already down Italian Polygon Binance chain, and our next target is Terra and Solana and probably like Phantom, Vivo Phantom.
Que no falta que traducir mucho eso, ¿no? Pero que Terra, Solana, Binance, Phantom, es decir, todo. All, everything.
Yes.
Perfecto. Pues bueno, ya sabemos que va a ser un proyecto multichain que quiere estar en todas las redes blockchain posibles, como ha comentado, empezará en Ethereum, perdón. Vale, pues pasando un poquito a la siguiente pregunta, también para seguir entendiendo un poquito más la idea base del proyecto, va relacionada en cuanto a las posibilidades dentro del metaverso. Mi pregunta hacia arriba es, ¿cuáles son las funcionalidades principales que permite el metaverso a los usuarios, tanto a día de hoy como en futuras actualizaciones, a qué tienen pensado meter y qué tienen metido a día de hoy? Y que cómo cree que el metaverso va a cambiar la vida de las personas de ahora en adelante, y no solo de las personas, sino de las empresas, por así decirlo.
This question is about the functionality of metaverse for today's users, for also future users, and also what's your vision about how this is going to change our lives and also even the company's way of working.
Okay, sure. So I think the people will soon have like dual life. Like one is the reality and one is the metaverse. So we want to like support it. We want to push it forward as much as possible so that people can have like double fun. You know, like our life is now limited to the reality, right? So where you're from and how do you look and where you can go, it is all limitation. But like once the metaverse starts, then it has no limit. So that's the world and the lifestyle that we want to realize. So like we are slowly trying to achieve this goal, and that's what we are doing now. So what you can do XANA for at this point is like, okay, you have mobile phone, you download the XANA, and then that's all you need. You don't need like a super device like PCs or like a VR Go or anything. Then what you're gonna do is like you can create a full customized avatar. So like you're gonna create a virtual version of yourself. Then all of the clothes is like very detailed, like hairstyle, eye colors, skin colors, like accessories, clothes, everything. You can customize everything, or you can purchase like some special clothes but as an NFT, and you can even trade it with somebody else. That's like our very strong avatar customization function. Then you can select the world. The world is like the place you can go in the metaverse. That is some world that like sometimes like we make, sometimes the brand partner make, sometimes it's like another user create. Like we have various kind of world. So you can choose, like you can actually create your own, or you can just visit somebody else's world to have like various, like any kind of like experience of communications, like chilling, like playing the music or listen to the music and playing some games. Like you can just do everything you can imagine. and more technology goes on, then like more things you can do. So that's what we're doing.
Okay. Bueno, el Dios nos cuenta que su objetivo es complementar nuestro mundo con el metaverso. Es decir, él nos dice que ahora, a día de hoy, vivimos un mundo limitado por cuestiones físicas y el metaverso nos quita esa limitación de poder ir mucho más allá, ¿no? Dentro de eso, él se puede crear un avatar y customizarlo, vestirlo como tú quieras y con ese avatar ya salir al mundo, ¿no? Al metaverso. Dentro de ese metaverso, pues ese mundo puede ser creado por ellos mismos, ¿no? Por otros usuarios o incluso por ti mismo como usuario. Y en ese mundo vas a poder tener, nos cuenta que vamos a poder tener todo tipo de experiencias, desde juegos, música, y cuenta que según avance la tecnología, pues habrá muchísimas más aplicaciones que
Perfecto, pues continuando un poquito con el hilo conductor que estamos siguiendo para conocer un poquito más por dentro todo el tema del metaverso de XANA, quería continuar. Bueno, la siguiente pregunta irá más enfocada a qué red blockchain ha sido desarrollado el proyecto y en cuáles más se va a decantar el proyecto, pero bueno, ya lo hemos hablado al principio, que van a intentar desplegarse a todas las redes blockchain posibles, empezarán en Ethereum, pero bueno, serán a Terra, Solana, BSC, Phantom, a todas. Entonces, pasando a la siguiente pregunta, es acerca de, creo que lo he explicado un poquito antes, pero para que indagar más y que nos quede a todos claro, que es el hecho de que vuestro proyecto es un metaverso, pero que opera en una cadena lateral de bloques, o como se conoce en inglés como sidechain. Entonces, quería preguntar a Río qué implica esto y qué ventajas trae al proyecto el hecho de que esté desarrollado en eso, en una cadena sidechain.
Real next question. It's a bit of the same than before. It's just to clarify a bit more to all us, the benefits of operating in a native site.
Okay. Yeah, it's something like similar. I already answered, but first the really good part is like we are Ethereum chain, so like we can basically depend and rely on the Ethereum security because it has like super strong security and it has also like credibility because it was continuing almost like more than like 4 or 5 years now. So we can just like build something on top of it. That's like what the side chain is. A little bit similar with the L2, but the side chain we can have like more customizations and smooth like how do you call it? Like this is just like we're more like developing our own node or like own like some like a language or some technologies. We are just more focusing on bridging because like there's so many more like the existing network out there and we are not trying to replace it. We are not trying to be like like our blockchain is more like later than like a Ethereum like a Binance blockchain. That's not our work. Our work is just how to let more people to adapt the metaverse. So like instead of like going to that kind of technological directions, we're more like focusing on the bridging.
Nos cuenta que una de las principales ventajas es que se apoya en redes que ya tienen 3, 4, 5 años de seguridad. Luego, que no está atado a ninguna red y al final él lo que está buscando es algo que pueda conectar, que sea escalable a cualquiera de las redes. Y también nos cuenta que él no está intentando competir ni reemplazar ninguna red. Lo único que su misión es la conectividad y el llevar el metaverso a la mayor cantidad de personas.
Ok, pues bueno, siguiente pregunta va relacionada como, bueno, todos sabemos, un metaverso de estas características requiere un dinero grande, un capital o una liquidez interesante para todo el tema de desarrollo, actualización y mantenimiento. Entonces mi pregunta de ahora iba un poco relacionada por ahí. Bueno, como sabemos, Sana también es un competidor directo con Sandbox, con Decentraland, con los metaversos más grandes existentes a día de hoy. Entonces, pues, como he comentado, eso requiere mucho capital. Entonces, preguntarle a Río con qué Venture Capitals o partners contáis a día de hoy y si tenían a futuro pensado cerrar algún otro acuerdo de una magnitud grande para seguir trayendo capital al proyecto y seguir metiendo novedades.
Next question is about partners that XANA has. As everybody knows, the Metaverse is one of the most competitive parts in the market right now. There are competitors like Sandbox, Central, and this and to stay there requires a lot of effort and capital to develop and maintain them. So we would like that you tell us which venture capitals or partners do you actually have, and also if there's something that in the near future that you're going to close with others and new partners that are very close to stay with you.
Sure. But before that, like, let me ask one question. Like, I heard you guys like translating into two language or just one?
Just one,
One language.
Spanish, English.
Oh yeah. So two people is just like, like a sharing translation, right?
Yes.
Okay. I was surprised like you guys translating two languages. So okay, that's fine. So it's Spanish. Okay. So what's the question? Okay, I remember. So
No, I can tell you.
Yeah. Our largest investor, actually, largest investor is so far a DAO maker, and of course, because we are not only like listing DAO makers, like we are under their acceleration program, which is like the highest priority project in the DAO maker. Like they only choose like few projects to like do the fully acceleration. So that is so we are in there. So like we are barely working so closely, and so of course like they're investing the most. Then like another partner is called the Livelock because we have a big community in the Korea as well, not Japan of course. So like there's like Japanese investors as well and the Korean investors as well. Like Korea is like really strong market, and there is like some investors as well. And other than that, we are talking to like several venture capital, but like we cannot like say the name yet. But it's quite big venture capitals. But at the same time, like involving like a lot of venture capitals is not really good thing for the users because the venture capitals they invest big money and in the early stage they get a big portion of the tokens and they can sell and it's gonna crush the price. So we don't really want that. So like we're trying to minimize the investment by the venture capitals or big fund. Instead of that, we want like more people to have like small portion of the token for like everyone, just like SHO of the DAO makers. And what we are doing also, like we are trying to give a small portion of the investment allocation to our community members, because the community member is like our best, like the best part of like our ecosystem. So like we want to like reward for them as the best. Other than that, like we want partnership like with the marketers, the marketing company, or KOLs, influencers. They're all like really like great thing because like investment is like just becoming a standard, like to be on the same board. So like we grow and they grow, and if they push us, then they grow too. So that kind of like things, that kind of relationship is what we want by the investment. So we're only focusing on that part, marketing and close relationship, not money at all.
Bueno, en primer lugar, nos comenta que su principal socio, para que lo entendamos, es DAO Maker. van a estar listados allí, sino que están en el top de partnership con ellos. También cuenta que tienen una proximidad geográfica cercana con ellos al estar en India. Entonces, están en un tipo de programa con DAO-Maker que muy pocas empresas consiguen llegar ahí. Luego, otro socio fuerte es Pebble, está en Corea, también lo tienen muy cerca, que es un mercado también muy grande. Y bueno, también nos cuenta que de cada de los que están negociando ahora, pues tampoco nos puede contar mucho porque están bajo negociación, ¿no? Y luego nos cuenta que también bajo su punto de vista tampoco cree que sea, no tiene como objetivo, su objetivo no es acabar la máxima cantidad de partners, ni porque él está haciendo esto para la gente. Entonces, cree que no es bueno para los usuarios el que haya tantas empresas que puedan meter mucho capital. Él lo que quiere es que haya más repartido y que haya muchas más participaciones pequeñas, ¿no? Entonces, él cuenta que la parte principal de su proyecto al final es su público objetivo, su gente. Y aparte, bueno, de todos estos, de estas empresas que nos ha contado, pues también tiene acuerdos con algunos influencers y demás.
Ok, pues bueno, otro punto interesante también en todo el tema de metaverso, o sea, cualquier metaverso, es el tema de, para el disfrute del usuario, la calidad gráfica y 3D de pues, todo el tema avatar, NFTs, tierras, a lo que es el metaverso en general, la calidad 3D y gráfica es muy importante. Entonces, mi siguiente pregunta iba relacionada por ahí y quería saber, Río, qué motor gráfico tenéis empleado en vuestro metaverso para hacer de este disfrute del usuario que sea máximo, o sea, que tenga la mejor experiencia en cuanto a usuario.
Next question is about your quality. So, I know it's very important for the user experience and to be known as a top metaverse. So, the question that Juan is doing is about the graphic engine what's the graphic engine that you have implemented?
Oh, okay. We're basically XANA is built by a Unity engine because basically the amount of engineers, like compared to like Unreal Engine, like there's so many Unity engineers. It's so much easier to find, and also like there's a lot of libraries available, so like we can like fasten our development speed. So that is the reason, and it's also much lightweight compared to Unreal Engine. So to build a mobile-based metaverse, we should have we were needed to use Unreal, the Unity engine first. But recently, like as you see, like our recent trailer, we were trying to using the also Unreal engine, and that looks really awesome. So we're trying to like slowly adapt like Unreal engine to like not the whole metaverse, but like partially like some content or some like NFTs or videos and avatars, like so on. But like basic is all Unity now at this point.
Cuenta que el motor gráfico que más utilizan, que han utilizado es el Unity Engine, y sobre todo porque es muy ligera, ¿no? Él nos ha comentado anteriormente que uno de los puntos fuertes y objetivos es llevar esto a la mayor cantidad de gente, y eso está en los teléfonos móviles. Entonces, Unity Engine les permite crear contenido que no pese mucho y sea fácil de reproducir en este tipo de dispositivos. Aparte de eso, también nos cuenta que para pequeñas partes o pequeños proyectitos dentro del metaverso, pues están empezando a utilizar otro motor como es el Unreal Engine, pero la gran mayoría lo está utilizando con el Unity.
Perfecto, pues bueno, antes hemos hablado un poco de todo el tema de partnerships, de venture capitals, de todo el tema de ingreso de liquidez al proyecto para seguir con con nuevos avances, novedades, mantenimiento, etcétera, del metaverso. Otro punto también interesante que se puede ver en la web de XANA es el tema de los acuerdos institucionales que tienen. Quería preguntarle a Río acerca un poco de esto, que nos contase un poco todo el tema, o bueno, al menos lo más importante, los acuerdos institucionales más importantes que tienen, y sobre todo hasta dónde piensan ampliarse en este ámbito. Si tienen pensado cerrar más acuerdos institucionales de la magnitud con la que tienen algunos cerrados, o, o eso, o de momento se quedan ahí.
Next point is we're going to move to marketing. If we take a look in your website, we even see that you have all institutional agreements. So can you tell us what can you tell us about marketing and how did you reach that level?
Sure. Actually, I think the mass adoption is driven by a major institutions like famous artists, famous companies, famous brand. They have a much users or their fan base, own community in the real world. So once they come, then those people follow. So that is like the key, of the population of the metaverse. So we are really, really heavily focusing on the major institutional adoptions, and that's why we gathered a lot of different sectors. Like some of the educational, some of the business, and some of the tourism, some of from of course music, some of from game industry, and of course anime, manga, and fashion. Yes, fashion is very important. And so each, even though some people only interested in the game, but not interested, not doesn't have an interest in fashion, or someone who only really focusing on the education, we can adapt them all, because metaverse is not something which specified or colored into some specific purpose. It is a total another dimension of reality. You can just do whatever you can. So basically, we don't limit anyone. So any institutions or any partners or any creators, developers, and artists, anyone can join them. So that is our strength.
Bueno, Río nos cuenta que para llegar a tener una adopción masiva del proyecto, pues, tenían que enfocar primero a quienes pueden llevarles a eso, ¿no? Y los que les pueden llevar a eso son tanto las personas como las instituciones que tienen mucha comunidad, ya sean celebridades, gente conocida, ¿no? Entonces, pues incluso instituciones públicas. A partir de ahí, debido a los seguidores de todas estas personas, es mucho más fácil pues divulgar el mensaje. Y también nos cuenta que lo bueno que tiene el metaverso es que no tiene límites. Al final, no es un nicho de mercado pequeño, sino que puede atacar lo que es el tema educativo, turismo, música, juegos, anime, moda, deportes. Entonces, no hay límites y al final es una revolución que abre el mundo que cambia de transmitir los mensajes.
Ok, pues bueno, como hemos comentado antes, hemos hablado un poco de la parte gráfica, por así decirlo, y 3D, sobre todo lo que viene a ser el motor gráfico que utiliza el juego, y bueno, ya lo hemos comentado antes por el tema de móviles y carga de ese motor gráfico. Otro punto también interesante es la parte interactiva de la gente con el metaverso. Muchos metaversos actualmente están incluyendo la parte de realidad aumentada o de realidad virtual, por así decirlo, también dentro del metaverso. Entonces, quería preguntarle a Río que si tenían pensado, por así decirlo, combinar esa parte de realidad aumentada con el metaverso para crear, por ejemplo, un juego Play to Earn o algo así pensado. Y anexionada a esa pregunta, también preguntarle acerca de si nos puede escribir brevemente otras tecnologías que tengan pensado a futuro implementar o integrar en el metaverso.
One is asking, besides connectivity, there's also the interactivity and integration that Metaverse gives to the users, no? to everybody. So one clear example of that is augmented reality. So all this technology can be combined to create, for example, a play-to-earn game. And besides that, could you tell us if there are other technologies that can integrate Metaverse? Give us an example of that.
Okay. Yes, of course. AR is something really interesting. We are also focusing on. We especially have the AR expert, 2 to 3 AR expert, and they are doing something very interesting because many other metaverse projects they're only focusing on like beautiful graphics or the gaming side, but like if you look at the everybody's life, what they're doing is the social network, and they want to take up pictures with picture and they want to share. That's the beginning of the mass adoption because it's easy. You don't have to sit down on the like super high spec PC, spending hours to learn how to play the game and so on. So if the AR simple camera post sharing, it's like what everybody can do. So what we did in the AR is we have avatar, right? Then we have mobile phone. So if you're talking, like open the phone and you talk, like look at your avatar, and you start speaking, then your avatar will react. So like it's gonna like basically it's gonna speak, like it's gonna act and speak like just like you. So you can just instead of you doing like this kind of live streaming, you can let the avatar to do that. So like you can just simply create some kind of TikTok kind of short movie by your avatar and like take a picture of your avatar in AR. So like you can even fully customize your background, or even you're gonna put your avatar in the reality world. That's what AR can do, and that's super interesting. And that's kind of it's gonna bind, it's gonna be a bridge to like reality world and virtual world as well. So that's what we are trying to do. And once VR goggle become more casual. Like I heard like Apple is trying to do something in this year or like next year when the Apple release their Google, then that's gonna change everything because iPad, iPhone, like once Apple release something, it change like generation. So I believe that's gonna be like super great glass. Then like I'm so excited to like try our XANA metaverse in the AR goggle. Then we can like come up with more ideas and like it's gonna be more natural, more close. The metaverse come to more close to your real life. So that is like something like we really want to try.
Okay, lots of things to say. Okay, so okay, well, Dios nos cuenta que a día de hoy lo que la gente está haciendo, sobre todo con lo que son los metaversos, es utilizarlo para de, de redes sociales, ¿no? El crear un TikTok, el de hacer una foto. El concepto que él tiene es que esto es solo el principio, que en tu metaverso vamos a poder crear nuestro propio avatar. Ese avatar va a reproducir lo que hagamos, es decir, si hablamos, el avatar va a abrir la boca como si estuviéramos hablando, va a reaccionar, vas a poder tomarle fotos, vas a poder hacer como un pequeño vídeo, al final puedes hasta incluso adaptar, colocar a través del teléfono, ver ese avatar en el mundo real, a través de la realidad aumentada. Aparte de ahí, aparte de eso, él nos cuenta que sabe que tanto Apple como está ahí trabajando el tema de la realidad aumentada, la realidad virtual, y cuando ellos sean capaces de sacar todo esto, que se muere de ganas de probar su metaverso con la tecnología de ellos, porque primero, la adopción de la gente va a ser brutal y segundo, que cree que va a ser un hito que va a abrir una cantidad enorme de posibilidades para el futuro.
Perfecto, pues bueno, siguiendo un poco con la parte del metaverso, ahora nos vamos a centrar un poco en la parte del ecosistema que envuelve el metaverso, ¿vale? Entonces, como primera pregunta relacionada con este tema del ecosistema, quería preguntar acerca de todo el tema avatares, tierras, ítems, NFTs en general y bueno, y futuros eventos también que vendrán al metaverso. Y obviamente el marketplace ligado a todos estos NFTs. Entonces, bueno, empezando por la primera parte, Río, te quería preguntar que cómo pueden ser conseguidos estos artículos, ya sean NFTs, avatares, tierras, etcétera, y sobre todo a qué precios, por si la gente está interesada en adquirir alguno.
So now we are going to move the ecosystem, our metaverse ecosystem.
Sure.
And we like that you tell us how, first of all, the items that you have that XANA has in the ecosystem, how people can reach buy this item, and more or less how much does it cost to buy it.
Oh, you're right. So you're talking about. I see. I got it. Oh, got it. So ecosystem. Basically, we are. Okay. By the way, Dana has a whole marketplace called Zenalia, and that's where you can, buy and sell, trade the metaverse item. So from the land to avatar to like any kind of a gamify item to like even the avatar's clothes, you can just trade in here. So that means you can create your own thing and you can sell it to earn money. If you're some designer or creator, there's a huge opportunities to do such a thing because avatar goods, avatar items, it's a new thing that it didn't exist before. So, and if it's just not like a game, if it's a game, then game company make it and they sell it. User only need to buy it. But like if this is NFT, anybody can create, and anybody can just like make their own brand, earn, and so on. The same thing I can say for the land. If it's just like a game, then the game company builds the world, then you can just visit and play there. But like, in our ecosystem, anybody can create anything. So once you own your land, and it is totally up to you. Or if you own land but you are not designers, you cannot develop it, then you can collaborate. You can collaborate with some like 3D designer or like the 3D creators to like, hey, I have a land and you make me something and let's make something together, and you can just even monetize it. And for example, you made amusement park in the metaverse and you're owner and then somebody is a creator, and like you're gonna create some NFT ticket and you sell it, so people need to buy this NFT to enter that amusement park, right? Then you can just split the revenue with the creators and the landowner. That's something you can do. Or like if somebody like, okay, I want to build a school to teach something, and if you're a landowner, okay, like I can lend out the land, and that like you can create another ecosystem as well. So that's how it goes. And if you become a more higher level, you can even create a game inside of the metaverse. So that's another totally massive ecosystem. So like it's totally like our ecosystem is totally unlimited. That's our strength.
En primer lugar, nos ha comentado que va a haber un marketplace, Nadia y Disney, y donde se va a poder comprar y vender cualquier cosa. Él nos comenta que sobre todo va a ser algo nuevo mercado para muchas cosas, como puede ser, por ejemplo, diseñadores, ¿no? El generar, por ejemplo, ropa o complementos para un avatar, algo que a día de hoy no existe, ¿no? Luego nos comenta que dentro del metaverso existe la base del metaverso son las tierras, ¿no? Es poder comprar tierras y dentro de esa tierra pues cada uno va a tener la libertad de poder hacer básicamente lo que quiera, ¿no? Ha puesto un par de ejemplos, que si quieres puedes montar pues, un negocio que entren, pues cobrar una entrada para entrar, o puedes montar una escuela, una clase en el metaverso. Es decir, lo que nos cuenta Río es que las posibilidades realmente son ilimitadas.
Perfecto, pues bueno, ligando un poco la pregunta anterior, de todo el tema útil del ecosistema, como puede ser avatares, tierras, NFTs, todo lo que hemos comentado anteriormente, ligarlo también un poco a la utilidad que estos tendrán dentro del metaverso, tanto todos los ítems anteriores como los NFTs. También, ligando a esta pregunta, preguntar acerca del mínimo, entre comillas, de inversión, que es preguntarle si será necesario tener alguno de estos artículos, además de obviamente la LAN para poder estar en el metaverso, y qué forma de retorno tendrá la gente, de retorno de inversión tendrá la gente que adquiera tierras o cualquier tipo de artículo en el marketplace.
Rio, next question that one is doing is, first of all, the different kind of items and NFTs that will be at Metaverse. Second part of this question is if we need to have all them or we can have the sum of them. Like this question can be taken as also which is the minimum investment to start there, and the ways of the return of investment that the land on the other NFTs will give to the investor.
Okay, so first, let me introduce about our alpha pass, because our metaverse anybody can play for free, so zero cost. Okay, basically zero cost, and if we are releasing metaverse alpha very soon this month, then but still this is a public alpha, right? So still many functions is still on the testing phase. So we want to issue this alpha pass. Then only users who has this alpha pass can try out all of the functions, avatar customizations or I forgot, but there's many other special functions, but which normal user cannot play yet, but the alpha pass NFT user can play. So this alpha pass is also the NFT, and this is actually free, because we are giving this one to our community contributors. So people in the community, they help us out to build a more community, bring more people, and promote us and communicate with us and so on. Then we provide this alpha. So this until here is totally free, right? And if we're going to more, we are having NFT Duel, which is our first GameFi. And this GameFi is a little bit expensive. This is called, because this first item of the NFT Duel is how do you call it? Genesis card. It's only before game release, we only release this Genesis card. So after game is released, then no one can have this Genesis card. We also sell normal cards. So Genesis card is very expensive, somewhere around 0.08 Ethereum, and this can work as a Metaverse Alpha Pass as well. But the more than that, this when the NFT Duel game starts, then we're gonna have a play to earn program. Then this Genesis card user can have more earning power for play to earn system. So for example, if normal people play game and then they earn 10 amount of tokens, then if this Genesis NFT owner, they can earn a 20 or 30. Okay, so that's the true power of the Genesis card. So if you're trying to if you like a game and it's about to try the game in the metaverse, then this Genesis card is very recommended. It is really worth than this price. So okay, so this is the first step, free. And second step, Alpha Pass is third is like NFTs. 3 steps.
Bueno, lo primero que ha comentado y más importante es que entrar al metaverso, participar, jugar, interactuar en él es gratuito, totalmente gratis. Que luego va a haber un segundo para los creadores, pues la gente que ha contribuido con ellos a difundir todo esto, ¿no? Va a repartir un NFT que se llama Alpha Pass, que va a tener la posibilidad de tocar, de probar todas las funciones del juego, del metaverso. Y luego, ya abierto al público, va a sacar un NFT, un NFT que se llama Genesis Card. Creo que ha dicho 0.08, 0.08 Ethereum, ha dicho que costará. Y este NFT lo que tendrá los mismos privilegios que el Alpha Pass, pero aparte, sobre todo para la gente que juegue a juegos play to earn y tal, le dará como un plus de retorno.
Perfecto, pues bueno, esto no hace falta traducción, pero para la gente que está por aquí por el chat, digo que no hace falta traducción porque si no la mayoría todos sois españoles. Deciros que, como he comentado por el chat, se abrirá después de nuestras preguntas y bueno, puedo decir que faltan dos, una acerca de los eventos que van a venir en el metaverso y otra acerca del token, ¿vale? Así que pues si podéis ir formulando vuestras preguntas para cuando se abra, lanzarlas todas a Río y que las conteste. Entonces, bueno, continuando como he dicho con las dos últimas, la primera de ellas era acerca de con qué frecuencia Río vais a incorporar, perdón, diferentes eventos al metaverso y si haréis colaboraciones con gente famosa, ya sean artistas, cantantes, etcétera, para realizar estos eventos importantes dentro del propio metaverso.
Okay. Next question here is if you have any plan about how often will you incorporate different events into Metaverse, and if you will have collaboration with celebrities, artists, singers to make really important, huge events in it.
Okay. Yeah, I think the big one that we make is for at this point maybe like 3 or 4 in a month is kind of limited because our resource is also limited. Because like creating the one virtual event kind of need a time. But if we have more team members, developers, or if user can start creating their own event, then it's gonna be like unlimited. So now at this point, like maybe like we're gonna try to organize our own event like 3 times, 4 times a month. That's a good beginning and a good start. And that's gonna be a collaboration with the basically our artists and maybe sometimes more like influencers, like famous TikToker or like YouTubers. We're gonna have an event together. And what else? And other than that, maybe like more museum event is like display event, museum event, marketplace event can happen. Because like more like, for example, like fashion like brand or some like NFT creator art, then they want to display their stuff, right? So like that in that way we can create like virtual display event, the metaverse display event. So yeah, that's where we're gonna start at this point.
Vale. Nos comenta que ahora al principio él cree que va a poder realizar de 3 a 4 eventos mensuales y a medida que haya más desarrolladores, pues podrán hacer más, ¿no? Pero también nos dice que tal como está esto pensado, pues el potencial es ilimitado, es decir, porque los propios usuarios, a partir de lo que creen en el metaverso, podrán generar sus propios eventos y por tanto, pues es infinito prácticamente el potencial que tiene. Como eventos que él cree que pueden ser los primeros, pues tipo museo, ¿no? De creador de NFT, de enseñar NFTs, eventos de moda, eventos con artistas, imagino que también con música, pero lo que ha recalcado es que el principio sí que estaba un poco impulsado por ellos, pero luego con la cantidad de gente que va a entrar, pues es prácticamente ilimitado las posibilidades.
Ok, pues como he comentado, gente, última pregunta por parte del equipo de CriptoGemas Río, relacionada con el token. Bueno, todos los metaversos suelen tener un token de gobernanza, como todos sabemos, en el que se basan todas las compras en el mismo. Y bueno, preguntarte eso, Río, acerca de en el metaverso de XANA, que si tenían pensado incorporar un token y si es así, ¿por qué fechas? Si habrá algún tipo de preventa previa de este token y qué utilidad le daréis a ese token dentro del metaverso.
Okay, last question from Juan. After that question, we will open that for all users. But as last question, we want to ask you about token. Okay, does it
Sure.
Does XANA will have a governance token? If it will have, when do you plan to launch it? If you're planning to launch it, how we can get there, right? So
Okay, great. Got it. XANA's governance token called data. Many people confused, but it's data, okay? And alpha data is data, but with X. And the data token is our governance token. The total issue amount is 1 billion data, okay? And our first launch of data, we are still thinking, but it's not yet, like it's not for future because we are almost like closing our public private round, so it's gonna be very very soon to like have a token generation event. And for token generation event, we're gonna have some kind of big surprise. Like we're gonna have some kind of like multiple type of the token generation event. So that's very exciting, and that's the very first time that everybody can start owning data token. And first market cap will be a 50 million because this is not too high, but it's also not too low. So it's like very well balanced. Because if it's too high, starting from too high, then not many people can enjoy the growth. So like we want to make sure it's not gonna be like too crazy on the beginning. And that's about token, and that's about when. And yes, like we are doing the IPO with the demo maker, so it's gonna be like SHO. That's the very first one. And around this one, we have several other surprise events as well. And after after SHO, of course we're gonna go the listing, right? So yeah, and after listing, then like it's a true start. Like everybody in the market can start buying it. But before that, token generation event, like SHO, is some kind of requirement, and another event also some kind of requirement. You have to take some kind of token, or you have to apply some like a event or those kind of stuff. So that's how you can participate. Very beginning of this data event.
bueno, comenta que hoy sí que va a haber un token más Z con X, XTA, y va a ser un token que va a tener un supply de 1 billón, 1 billion tokens, y un market cap, creo que ha dicho de unos 50 millones. Comenta que cree que es un market cap razonable. Quería no tener un market cap grande para que la gente que entre en el token pueda disfrutar de su crecimiento también. La I2 se va a realizar en DAO Maker, que bueno, es una hoja muy grande y se puede participar siempre que uno saque ahí su moneda. Y bueno, dentro de eso, luego va a tener algunas sorpresitas una vez lanzado. Obviamente tampoco lo he comentado.
Vale, pues como os he comentado, gente, voy a proceder a abrir el chat, ¿vale? A ti, JC. Decirte que, bueno, entre tú y yo, porque Río imagino que no tendrá el chat abierto, filtraremos las preguntas, ¿vale? La que veas interesante se la lanzas y que él vaya contestando y yo me ocuparé también de traducir las que las personas pongan en español, ¿vale? Así que lo dicho, gente, voy a abrir el chat ya para que podáis ir lanzando vuestras preguntas a Río. Y lo dicho, total libertad para preguntar lo que queráis, ¿vale? Creo que ya debería de estar abierto, ya podéis lanzar preguntas. Así que pues JC conmigo y a responderla, bueno, a lanzarle la que quiera preguntarle, ¿vale? Yo voy a ir traduciendo que ya veo alguna.
Now we are going to open the chat, and among one and me, we will choose the question, most interesting question for you to reply, to answer our community.
Okay.
Okay, question is about to be able to buy land, territories, spaces at the metaverse. It will be done with set a token, or we can buy others, also with others.
Oh, you mean the metaverse item only can be purchased by the data or any other token?
Or also with yeah.
Oh yeah. This is a good point. So normal item that we don't want to limit our users. Like, okay, everybody has to buy this token, otherwise they can't buy it. We don't want to be like we don't want to be that mean. So yes, like our Zenalia marketplace accept any kind of tokens. I think we are the one of the the most variations. First, we have a 3 chain now, and we have currency. Of course, we have like Visa, Master, American Express, and like JCB, many kind of credit cards, and what else? Yeah, like basically, user can purchase by any kind of payment method. So then why data? That's the great part. So we're gonna release something for only data users. So if you need this one to this one to this one, you can buy with normal like any kind of token. But especially this one, you need to have data and you have to pay by data. So that's the specialty. So like if people want this one, they have to purchase the buy. They have to get the data first to buy this one, right? So that's like our differentiation system can be applied. So it's kind of good balance. Data owners also good, and then like normal fiat user also good.
Pues nos comenta que se va a poder comprar prácticamente con cualquier moneda. De hecho, ha comentado que se puede comprar directamente con Visa, Mastercard o cualquier tipo de tarjeta. Pero para ciertas partes del metaverso, como que NFTs, pues sí que se necesitará el token Z, porque será para cosas muy exclusivas que solo que se necesitará ese token, lo cual dará mucho valor al token, porque realmente serán las más importantes, ¿no? Question. Well, I see the question that it's about how many people. Well, I think you said before how many people is around working on the project since the beginning. How many? Another question that someone made us is how many people working currently on the project? More than 100.
Yeah.
You said before, right?
Yeah, it's like somewhere around like 100x. But that's only the amount of developers, almost. And so if we include like our the marketing teams, then it's gonna be like even more, like maybe like 10 or 20 more.
Okay. Más de 100 personas. There's a question that I think that is very, very interesting. Here is that about if in your vision you can imagine that someone in the future in the metaverse will get a real job, real relationship, stay there more than physical life. I think it
Yeah.
might be your vision. That
Exactly. That's what we want. So we need to like how to say. I think the first people who can earn real money is the creators. I think because creator can do anything. They can create avatar. They can create clothes, and avatar and clothes is what everybody needs. Because if you cannot just go into the metaverse with like transparent person. So like everybody need an avatar, right? So if everybody need avatar, then of course you want a cool one. Like of course you need something special. Like you don't want to be like look like everyone else, right? So that's where the creators like skill will be really in the high demand. So I think the creator can create like the big amount of income by just creating the avatar clothes or avatar itself. I really think so. And actually like another platform as well, like people start making money from those kind of like avatars like a 3D things, just like NFTs. So that's very common. That's gonna be like very common thing. So if you're gonna be like fashion designer, I think in the future you can choose, or should I create a real clothes or should I create like metaverse avatar clothes? But that time is already coming. And game creator, of course, because game creator they have a freedom. For example, like we're gonna even try to allow user to create their own token to for their own game. That's the super a great part of the ecosystem. So then, like, if the great creator design a good game in the metaverse, then they can just develop their own create own systems and they can release their own NFTs. So that's gonna be like huge business as well. And just like I said, the virtual influencer is the next type of the job. So with using our AR function, then anybody can become like avatar streamer. It doesn't matter like how you look like in the real world because your avatar will do the streaming for you. So you can become an avatar to do the streaming and or create a YouTube or create a TikTok video, create like Instagram picture, and this usage is totally unlimited because you can just like introduce some product or like you can just have your own TV program or anything you are doing in the TikTok or Instagram you can do it instead avatar. So that can be like good like revenue like generating job as well. Yeah, so like there's so many ways and I believe like more and more people can start earning much more than reality. That's what I want.
voy a intentar resumir un poquito todo lo que ha dicho, porque son muchas cosas, pero Dios nos está contando que al final todo va alrededor del avatar, ¿no? Sobre todo, esto va a cambiar mucho el concepto de los creadores, ya sea creadores de contenido, creadores, incluso diseñadores, ¿no? Él comenta que en un futuro se tendrán que pensar si, por ejemplo, que crear ropa física o ropa virtual, porque al final se va a necesitar, ¿no? Luego, los influencers, ¿no? Pues va a ser también va a ser el avatar, ¿no? Tuyo el que haga el streaming, para que nos entendamos. No importará la apariencia que tengas, sino que será tu avatar el que verás interactuar, podrás grabar y puedas hacer el streaming a partir de él. Cree que las posibilidades son prácticamente ilimitadas y bueno, y hay mucho por descubrir en ese sentido. Que bueno, ha indagado mucho en lo que son los creadores, ¿no? Sobre todo eso, los creadores de contenido, de diseñadores, es un poco el mercado que más demanda, más va a poder explotar esto. Juan, si me puedes dirigir alguna pregunta también, porque
sí, voy a ayudarte, sí.
Y revisar las preguntas.
La de
vale.
qué... sí.
Is the project to have the same graphics and animation as the teaser?
Oh, no, teaser is something different. Teaser is like almost the best version of the metaverse, like a future vision of the metaverse. So like it's same like other games, like like other games, especially for the mobile game, because mobile game cannot realize that much of the graphic because simply the device can handle it. Maybe 5 years later possible, but like current iPhone or like the middle end device cannot handle it. So we just try to compress it and make it like simple version for mobile phone. But when it comes to the PC version, then we can upgrade the visual a lot. So like it's a separation. Mobile has to be simple and light. So like any kind of it doesn't have to be like a like iPhone 13 Pro Max to play the metaverse. So like like maybe upper iPhone 10, our minimum requirement is iPhone 10. If you are above iPhone 10, then you can already use that. So that's why like that's how we are trying to make it as simple as possible. So the graphic limitation is like still there, of course, but it's like it's kind of exchange stuff. So
Bueno, ha dicho que no, que al final las limitaciones están dependiendo del dispositivo, pero que los requerimientos mínimos será, para que nos hagamos una idea, un iPhone 10, ¿no? Lo que nos podrá permitir disfrutar del universo de XANA. Y bueno, sí, básicamente. Another question is about how will the token will be distributed in pre-sale. And more, which percentage of token will the BGI be?
okay, so inside of total amount of token, only 2%, I think. 2% is for the beginning. So it's like still very small. So if you convert it to the market cap, that is somewhere around $2 million US. Somewhere around $2 million US amount of token will come out.
Al principio van a salir solo un 2% de los tokens, que más o menos serán un $2 millones. We'll have some kind of vesting token when you buy it DAO Maker.
Oh, that's gonna be a public allocation. Yes. Some part, yes, like it has some kind of vesting time. It's not all at once, of course. So yeah, I think you can just look at the DAO Maker, the XANA page. Then there's a like vesting plan in there.
Nos comenta que pues, no sabe los datos exactos que podemos consultar en la página de DAO Maker y en su apartado de zona, y ahí lo veremos. What will token burning look like? There will be the token burn, and in case, how will they make the economy work by being largely free? Yeah. First question is, how will be the token burn? And the second question is, it's related that you said that entering, playing in the metaverse is going to be free. Our members are asking, how are you going to this, combine this for being the project economically profitable? I understand that selling NFTs or all these kind of things.
Yes. For now, what we are planning is whatever certain percentage of the sales in the metaverse, like our platform revenue, should be going to the token buyback. game is going to be sold and more platform fee that we correct, then that should be turned into the buy pressure of data. So that's how like we're gonna design the deflational system. And what else? Using the part of the revenue, and also it's same, but like for example, some part of the land, if we sell some part of the land, and some certain percentage of this, like revenue should turn into the buyback system. So like that's how we're gonna make a circulation. And some of the gamify that we're gonna make also it has a own each game has its own like design of the buyback system as well.
Bueno, yo nos está comentado que bueno, parte va a haber un porcentaje de los ingresos, ya sean pues por el concepto de que sean, ¿no? Por NFT, por venta de land, que al final va a hacer un buyback, y eso va a hacer una presión de compra sobre el token, y lo va a hacer fraccionario. Entonces, aunque la entrada al juego sea gratuita, luego puedes entrar, pero luego te va a tocar utilizar tokens para comprar una tierra, para construir. Entonces, el sistema económico sí que se va a poder sustentar sin ningún problema. And I think we are going to look at one or two more questions, because there are, I don't know if you are looking at the chat, but there are a lot much more. But I want to tell everybody that they can log in your social networks, and so they can, for sure, many of these questions are answered there. For example, I saw your TikTok answering very quickly some key questions. So I'm going to take one or more questions, and then we'll finish with this. So
sure.
I don't know. There's another one.
¿Hay alguna de tema exchanges? Que en cuál va a ser lanzado el token una vez pasen todas las preventas, y que a futuro qué escalabilidad piensan darle en cuanto a esos exchanges.
Asking about exchanges after the pre-sale, where this token will be launched, and what's your vision that your token can arrive, which exchanges is your target? Yeah.
Okay, if you look at the some other projects, especially the acceleration program project of Augmented last year, then they only list like so good, like top tier exchanges. They're not gonna list like whatever exchanges, just to make sure the participant can have enough liquidity, and token have enough liquidity, because token circulation liquidity is the life of the project. So like we really make sure that the exchange which has tons of liquidity, so it naturally become like top 10 or like those kind of top tier 1 exchanges. That's for sure. And that's gonna be like, I think to look at the most of the case which DAOmaker did before, I think that's gonna be like almost like right after DAOmaker's IDO, then almost like at the same time, or like in a few days, it should go to exchange.
Pues bueno, él comenta que todo va a partir de DAOmaker, y nos fijamos un poco en los proyectos pasados de DAOmaker, pues nos podemos hacer un poco de idea de hacia dónde puede ir, ¿no? Obviamente hay cosas que tienen más o menos habladas con otros, pero no se puede desvelar ahora mismo. Y bueno, obviamente después de DAOmaker No sé si
Sí,
quieras
JC,
algo
la última
más.
es, bueno, si te bajas al final justo del chat, Alex, con el que tuvimos una AMA de Hyperchain,
Vale.
está preguntando acerca sí, de todo el tema de seguridad, pues si se lo puedo preguntar.
Mm, Vale. Eh, vale. About the contract safety, security levels that you have implemented, people is asking about this.
Wow, that's a very technical question. Okay, let me take a look at it because I don't want to make any kind of misstatement. The security. Okay.
Well, probably it's already audited, contract, kind of. I think people mostly know this kind of, but for sure that you are launching in DAOmaker, that's full security.
Oh yeah, we are collaborating with several makers ecosystems project. They have a really awesome project, awesome security system to prevent any kind of external or even internal hacking. Because project always have to be careful about both inside and outside. So involving those third-party security system is really good for us because we are not only believing ourselves to do just everything, because sometimes it needs third party side. So we are already discussing with the several 2 or 3 the audit system to just to make sure that our token is a token contract or staking contract, exchange contract, NFT contract is okay. And after that, to manage of course we have to do a multiple signature key, and what else? What else? Our NFT marketplace is totally 100% decentralized, so nobody can control our ours or any users NFT. That's a great point because many other NFT marketplace is still doing things in the centralized way. We are totally decentralized, so that our security level is high. And what else? Those tokens, treasuries, it's also managed by several multiple keys, multi-signature, so that's safe. And what else?
Well, I think it's
enough.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Ellos nos está diciendo que el nivel de exigencia que le pone DAOmaker al final y les hace tener una colaboración que les lleva a unos niveles de seguridad y a un tipo de auditoría que pues de máximo nivel, ¿no? Y al final ellos implementan sistemas para prevenir ya sea hacking interno o externo. Entre ellos, dice que para ejecutar algunas funciones necesitan múltiples firmas dentro del contrato para poder ser realizadas. En cuanto a los NFTs, dice que va a ser totalmente descentralizado, por tanto, pues no va a poder. Es otra de las seguridades. Yo creo que, ya es un poco a modo personal, pues en el momento que ellos llegan a DAOmaker, es una garantía total de que no nos va a pasar nada de lo que estamos de los juegos.
Perfecto, pues bueno, gente, como hemos dicho, íbamos a acabar con estas preguntas, ¿vale? Está en grabación ahora mismo el AMA, ¿vale? En cuanto cerremos todo y despidamos a Río y eso, pasaré el vídeo por el chat, ¿vale? Junto con las redes sociales. Cualquier duda que haya quedado sin resolver, como he comentado por el chat, en el grupo global tienen 21.000 personas, o sea, tendrán muchísimos moderadores que puedan resolver las pocas dudas que no hayan quedado resueltas. Muchas es lo que os digo, han sido resueltas durante el AMA y sé que habéis llegado tarde y habéis preguntado algo que ya estaba resuelto. Y muy pocas han sido las que se han quedado sin responder. Así que lo dicho, gente. Darle las gracias obviamente a Río, a toda la gente que está por aquí Y lo dicho, en nada tendréis el vídeo fijado, ¿vale? Thank you so much, Rio, for coming here in our community. And thank you for solving all our questions. And thank you so much.
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias, Río.
Wait, by the way, where are you guys located now?
Well, here there's people all around Latin America. For example, Juan in Spain, me, I'm in Mexico right now. There's people in the chat which are from Venezuela, Colombia. There's people from Spain and also Latin America.
Really? Fantastic. Wow, I really want to go. After COVID finish, I definitely want to go to South America.
Okay. So here you'll have for sure a lot of friends here.
Oh yeah, let's do. Let's do.
For us, as Juan said, it has been a pleasure to share with you this 1 hour and a half. We have said everybody that they can go to your social networks to continue to follow the project. It's going to be a lot changing player in the market for sure. And thanks a lot for choosing us to explain your mission. Yeah.
Sure. Muchas gracias. Hasta la vista.
Thank you so much, Rio. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Esto fue la sesión completa del AMA publicado del día. Suscríbete a nuestro canal y activa la notificación de campana para seguir recibiendo contenido exclusivo. Hasta la próxima.